Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends. There are different phases of a call. So right from before receiving a call to ending a call, there are different kinds of phrases that are involved in how do we pick up a call, what preparations have to be done before receiving a call, and how does the flow of our communication go through when we are talking over the call, and definitely how to end a call. There are complete steps or a particular etiquette that we have to follow at every given point of a time whenever we are talking on the call. So friends, let's focus on before a call. So we have to be prepared. We have to prepare ourselves to pick up a call. So friends, if you see, there are a lot of people who are working in call centers. There are a lot of people who work on as telecallers. A lot of people who work on inbound, outbound calls. These are the people who are every given moment of time talk to people only over the call, communicate completely. That's their work, that's the job, that's the major job. In fact, some of the employers have also, some of the employees are given targets of say 100 calls a day or 200 calls a day. They work on such heavy targets, and believe me, it's not easy to always portray yourself right in front of 200 different people you talk in a day. But yes, with some etiquettes that you can follow, you can definitely end up every call to be a positive call as much as possible. So let's see what are the different phases of the calls that we can help ourselves to be a perfect person to talk over the call. Let's see certain steps that we need to follow for before the call. So before the call, we have to prepare ourselves for certain things. Let's see what are those. First of all, feel good about your work. That's majorly important. Friends, if you are not happy in the work environment that you're working, I don't think that's the right place for you. You need to give, that day should be the day of your judgment, and that day should be a day that would make a change in your life. So if you're not a person who is very good in communicating over the call, if you're not a person which is not that interesting for you to talk over the call, I think you're at the wrong place then. But a person who loves to communicate, a person who loves to talk over the call, is the right person, and you can do right justice to your work. So first of all, feel good about your work. Smile, very important. Have a completely positive attitude. I'm sure that there are a lot of emotional breakdowns that we face at least once in a year. But then it's not, at times it's unfortunate that not all the places can we show our emotional breakdowns. So friends, it's very important to always begin a call with a very positive attitude. So have a very positive attitude. Make sure that the receiver is placed correctly. Many a times, because we are picking up so many calls, it can happen that the receiver is not placed correctly. So please see to it that it's placed correct. Ensure that there is no noise at the background. So a crowded street, or too much of traffic on the road, or a place which is very close to the airport especially, needs to be taken care of. Not too much sound around us whenever we are talking on the call. I'm sure all the offices are accustomed with these issues, and they have these modular walls which help you to, they're like soundproof and do not help these voice to come in the office. But many of them are not, and we have to be really careful while we're talking to someone, because at the end of the day it distracts both of us. So of course, ensure no noise at the background. Organize your desk with pen, pencil, paper, sheet of paper, XYZ pad, whatever is on the table. At times you might have to take messages, and that time it's very important to have everything in place. You have a pen, pad, notepad, everything in place. Only then you can take the correct message. And then searching for it once the call has come is not the right thing to do. Then your call would go on hold. So that's why keep your decks ready. Be prepared with your knowledge and answers. Friends, always, whenever you're working somewhere, first take the correct knowledge and information. Half knowledge is dangerous, is what I always say. So have the correct knowledge and information. Give the correct knowledge and information. Prepare yourself before you talk on the call with the correct knowledge and information. So these were some important points to be considered before you start a call. Now, call opening. So why now this is the phase when you're already taken a call, already received a call, and how would you open a call? First of all, before opening a call, you've just received a call. So what all points are important are: first of all, understand voice represents your organization. Your tone, your voice is the organization name. You're the front face of the brand, and definitely your front face of your own image. So voice represents your organization. First impression is within 1 to 15 seconds. Within 15 seconds, a person is able to understand and make an impression out of you, out of your voice and tone. Keep your voice polished. Do not mumble, do not fumble, do not give a lot of space while you're talking. Have your voice very clear and polished. Convey your body language. Very important. If you're smiling, your voice will also come out with a very smiling tone. So be very sure of your body language. Sit properly with the correct posture, correct gesture. Have a smile on your face, upright shoulders, neck high, and of course there will be a lot of difference in your tone. Convey your body language is very important. This is how you can convey your body language. Good voice is clear, articulate, courteous, and charming. Always remember, you have to sound very articulate, very charming, very clear, and very courteous and polite. Is something that you have to focus even before you start talking, or before or when you open a call. Now, phase 2 is while answering. So now what do you do? Now you've already opened a call. Now how do you answer it? So while answering, answer in 2 to 3 rings. More than 3 rings is a chaos. So remember friends, always receive the call within 3 rings. More than 3 is a chaos, as I told you. Smile as you receive. The first thing that you do is always smile even before you start talking. Use good tone, controlling the volume and speed of your tone. Your speed and the volume should be controlled so that you are not going out of your emotions, talking too much about yourself and the company. Tone must be enthusiastic, very natural, attractive, and respectful. These are some common, very simple things to be followed while you are answering the call. Greeting is representing. Now, if you want to represent a brand, you have to greet someone really well. And greeting is something that should come first and foremost while you pick up the call. It's a key that sets the tone and the style of your entire interactions right. So with a greeting, with the correct greeting, it sets your tone right. It helps you to focus on the further communication, and it also helps you to have a very positive and a very confident image of yourself. Warm and professional greetings are very important. How do you greet is also should be very warm and very professional. Identify your organization. Say, from where are you calling? You have to identify from where you're calling. Identifying your organization that shows that the person has called at the correct place and that he's not called on a wrong number. Identify yourself by your name. So while you can pick up your call, you can say, hello, this is Karishma, how may I help you, or whatever. So identify with your name. This is Karishma, or my name is Karishma, is something that you can identify yourself. Courtesy that serves to personalize the customer service experience. Always remember, only one thing will give the person a complete satisfaction of customer service is your courtesy and politeness over the tone. Allows the customer to hold you accountable for any level of service. The customer would feel very comfortable to talk to you at any given point of time, and he would know that you are the right person to hold accountable for any kind of service or any level of service that he wants from you. Imagine that person has thought so high about you. Always ask the customer, how may I help you? Never ask, how can I help you? What is the difference between how may and how can? I'll tell you, friends. How can I help you is where you're asking the customer back that you tell me a way to help you. How can I help you? It's like a burden on you, and you're like, how can I help you in this? But then how may I help you is something which is like asking for courtesy, that you're always there for help, and how may I help you? What is your concern? I'm always there for you. So this is the difference between how may I help you and how can I help you. Friends, from today, let us practice of saying how may I help you and not how can I help you. Use may I and could I instead of can I. Asking indicates you are there for service whenever they need to solve their queries or issues at any given point of time. It gives a very, very positive impression as well. Now, phrase 3, this is in course of conversation. Now, when you are already in the course of conversation, when you are over with your identifying yourself with the company, identification of your company, when you are asking for help, so you say, "Hello, this is Karishma. Welcome to. Thank you for calling." So I would say, "Hello, good morning." So I could simply say, "Good morning. This is Karishma. Thank you for calling Ekeeda. How may I help you?" So this is the correct introduction or the correct feel of a person to start his conversation. Now you're in a phrase where you're already in a course of conversation. Let's see what all things we need to focus on while we are already in the course of conversation. First of all, focus your attention on the customer. Focus on the caller. Focus your complete attention on the caller and what he's saying. Articulate clearly and speak distinctly. Speak very clearly and speak very firmly, or speak very courteously. Use simple English. No need of using any jargons, and of course never use slang. Always use action specific words and directions. So always show that you're always eager for an action, you're always eager for help. Use customer's name, addressing Mr., Mrs., Miss, so and so whenever needed. At times when you're not very sure about Miss, Mr., Mrs., you can always say sir or ma'am. And if you know the name, of course, address it by name. They love when they're addressed by name. Many people love when they're addressed by name. That shows that you can identify their identity. Always speak calmly, choose words naturally. Now let's move to the next phase, which is call closure. Now your entire conversation is done. You've spoken what he's spoken what he wants to speak, and both of you all have spoken from both the sides of the phone. Now it is a time of closing a call. How do you close a call? Certain things to remember. Summarize the discussion. You can repeat again what all did you discuss on the call. So I discussed about my appointment with the doctor at so and so. Your appointment is booked for so and so doctor for so and so date and time. Summarize your discussion. Ask if further assistance is needed, whether that person's need assistance, or is it done, or is he happy or satisfied with your service, or is there anything else you can do for that person. And on a very, very positive note, that person shouldn't be left with half information. He shouldn't feel that you've not done justice to his call. So see to it that you end with a very positive note. And some of the very important phrases that you can add at the end of your call is, "Have a nice day, sir. Thank you for calling so and so. Looking forward to see you soon if there is an appointment. Looking forward to hear from you soon if he has to get back to you, XYZ. So have a wonderful day." So these are some of the very common positive ending phrases that you can add for your closing your call. Have a very pleasant tone, be courteous, don't sound rushed, don't let the person feel that you are in a rush to keep the phone down. Pause at appropriate places wherever needed. Make sure that no queries or messages are left. Everything has to be answered. No query or no messages are left. That's why I asked, is there anything else that I can do for you? Goodbye, thank you for calling, these kind of phrases. If customer has taken an appointment, you can also say, "Looking forward to see you soon," is what I said some time back. Make sure that caller drops the receiver first. You do not be in a hurry to keep the phone down first. Let the caller who's calling you keep the phone down first. And then only you first check whether the phone is disconnected, and then you can keep your receiver down. So friends, these were some very important phrases of calls that had to be followed right from preparing before a call to answering a call to the call opening to how the conversation should go, how you should close a call closures, all of this. So I'm sure now you have a pretty fair idea of how to receive a call and how to close a call. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please stay tuned to Ekeeda and subscribe to our channel. There is also a bell icon. If you like the video, you can also press the bell icon. Thank you so much.